And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Panthers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Hampton, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Drop for a loss on the play by D.J. Johnson. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Right back to Hubbard. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. He's past the 30, and he will be out of bounds. So a clever idea on the run back, but the field goal unit able to stop him before. Going. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go. Go trap. Go trap.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers.
Check, Panther, go.
Right back to him on 1st down. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On the set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
In motion left, that's Reed. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
4th down, Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That's to the rookie from South Carolina, Xavier Ligon.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That is caught. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Here's Herbert.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyler Conklin, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, That's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
19 Lions.
Young to throw it.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Dayon Henley in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On play action, Young rolling to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, that got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
59, 59. Ready?
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Herbert off of play action.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here.
Down the numbers. There he goes. his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. That one complete to Liggett. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Herbert throwing again. And it's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
5-9, 5-9. Hey, ram.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle to Beckham. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Herbert now. That one complete to McConkey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
The Young's going to throw for this.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
Got a man. That's Liggett.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A.
Xavier Liggett.
72 yards.
And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They run the counter. Hampton.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now here's Ross. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up. He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Herbert buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Okay, ready? Go! Ready?
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Young.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston.
He is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Check up.
On 3rd down, Hampton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Matthew Wright on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Go, hey, go, go, go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now it's Herbert. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Oh, boy, kind of hold your breath here because Justin Herbert, he appears to be in some discomfort after that last play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Being chased out left. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body. And not
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Open man right side. That's McConkey.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Out of the gun, Herbert. They still can't get it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Panthers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Throwing, Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now here's Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down.
This is caught by McMillan.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Back to throw here, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D.J. Johnson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Herbert off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Play action. It's Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Yeah, he will go out right. The 35-yard line.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This would indeed remain a completed pass.
Here's Herbert. They'll roll him out right.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard.
Harris running straight ahead. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. Flushed out right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Justin Herbert.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is first and 10. Now Young.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Home trip's right.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
I guess it's time to date myself a little bit because I remember Dan Marino running a similar play to this on a Monday night game against the Jets way back when. He's going to fake the spike and hope that the defense lets its guard down, but they were alert there, and this ends up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need it? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
One last shot for Young. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So, for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.